These videos are not financial advices. Everything shared here is simply what I'm personally doing, and it's provided for educational purposes only. Please remember, you are fully responsible for your own money and your own trading decisions. Hello everyone, welcome back to another trading session. I want to take my first trade with this crazy margin of safety. That's why I go double trade. If you look at this market, it's an uptrend, right? And right before this breakout, we have a resistance that previously has been holding, and now that is broken. Right down here, we have a demand zone, which is still at the same time, it's a doji, right? We know that how we trade dojis. When we break a doji, we can expect a retracement. We do not like 100% have retracement after breaking every doji, but we can expect if the market is right. Okay, for example, here, let me explain what's happening here. See this huge movement to the upside? This is called spike, which usually spikes cause some breakouts. If you go look at the charts and find spikes, you'll see some of them has this kind of breakout. So this spike is breaking a resistance which previously has been respected. Now, after that, we see this is a decision point, okay? So decision point, one way of trading is just going to lower time frame and looking for your entry inside it, which is unsafe on this one because of the momentum that is coming down. So we have same movement that went up, created this double bottom, and now we have same thing, copy and paste, created, okay? So the safer option here would be wait for this doji to be broken and then take your entry with margin of safety. If you have a crazy momentum coming down, you can take your entry with margin of safety to increase the chance. For example, let's say this entered the doji range, right? It didn't completely break it from downside, but it entered. And then instead of entering immediately, even though we had gap down, I waited for a margin of safety. Once waiting for margin of safety, I look down to see what else we have. We do have this round number. So it's better to enter like below round number, or you go to lower time frame again and find something down here. So this acts like a decision point at this particular setup. So if I go to lower time frame, I may find something that gives me the entry. There we go. This is the one. That would be my entry, okay? And we took that trade. All right, now we have this third touch breakout, which it doesn't look good. That's why I'm gonna take one trade here, okay? It doesn't look good, but this candle is kind of weird. It's not creating a higher high compared to previous one. It's not even creating a lower low. So it's telling me that this candle or the next candle can start again another rally to the upside. But I don't trust that. That's why I draw my third touch breakout, first touch, second touch, third touch. Okay? First touch is here. And then that breakout has happened. I'm taking this one because I already see some kind of weakness here. All right, so I'm going to take a screenshot on this one and copy that to my journal. So far we got 2 wins, which were 500. I'm going to add them, one, another one, and another one is this one. There we go. According to journal, once we have 3 winning trades, we should stop, okay? So normally, if you're using this journal and you got your 3 trades, why would you bother to keep trading and potentially lose the money you made, right? But because of the video that I want to cover more like have some more concepts explained, I will keep looking for another opportunity, okay? But technically, if I was not recording this session, I would stop. Like, we made some good profit, even though, you know, small profit is still profit, right? So I would just stop and would not just keep trading. Anyways, we got this common point of rejection trade. Just want to have a quick reminder that the new intake for the mentorship has started, but this time We also give the new journaling app as a bonus to the students for this intake. More details in the Telegram channel. All right, we have a good chart for taking common point of rejections down here. Let me see, it's already going up. It's already going up, so I don't have any chance to take this. We have another one up here, but I gotta look at the chart. We're in the support area, right? We're in a very good area for buys again, take over, but I think taking this common point of rejection would be risky. So I'm gonna just consider this one. Or if I want to take this, I want to go with 250. Let's go. It's a risky one. See, it's against the direction of the market. I go 250. If it was giving me this one, I would go normal 500 on this one. Yeah, in case we lose this, so we can make it up easier in the next candle, because we took this with a small amount. This is one way that you can manage your risk. Taking a trade that against the market movement. For example, I want to show you something. If you, in your chart, you see like the market previously has been reacting from demand zones, just like that. Again, another one. See, we're on a double demand here, like the area that right now is intersecting this area is a good place to take buys in, like, for example, if it creates a crazy range here and it appears a doji right here and then breaks from downside, it would be amazing. It would be an amazing area for taking a buy because we're in a very good intersection of two demand areas, previously also reacting from this demand. So everything is bullish right now. Market is eventually trying to go up. See, if we draw this wedge, this is a wedge, and eventually this wedge is going to be broken and then pull back and boom. If it gives this movement, we're going to be bullish and then we'll be looking for buys. All right, let's see if I can find another opportunity. We already took 4 trades and that's good. We have a decision point right here, exactly like that. If you look, this is the same behavior. Let me zoom in. Same behavior, previously respected resistance, boom, decision point broken. But the only difference is this resistance is not well respected, it's only one resistance. And the decision point is still valid, but higher risk. If I draw this, in case I have another setup lining up, it would be a good opportunity to jump in a trade. Recently, I've tested another broker called Kutex. It was fine. And I don't know if you need a review video, like my experience about both brokers and which one I would prefer, let me know in the comments. And in general, let me know which broker you feel more comfortable. For me, not a lot of difference. Like there's some minor differences, but in terms of being fast and snappy, both of them kind of good. But yeah, there's some minor differences which might be important for some people. All right, so the wedge that we were talking about now is being broken. So now I want to see something, right? I want to see some, what is this? Okay, it's reacting from this, but it's not a very serious order block. I want to see something to get me into a buy setup. This is reacting from this order block right here, but it's not a serious order block. I don't know why it's reacting so aggressively. I mean, if there was a doji or something, that'd be insane to take a buy. For example, if there was a doji like this and it was breaking it, that'd be sick. Unfortunately, there's none. See. Just want to have a quick reminder that the new intake for the mentorship has started, but this time we also give the new journaling app as a bonus to the students for this intake. More details in the Telegram channel. All right, this is a bullish movement. See the double bottom, previously A, B, C, and now it turned to double bottom and it's breaking this B. If it breaks, aggressively, and then again I can look for either decision points or something to get me into a buy position, due to the fact that, look, again, remember demand zone previously were respect to resistance, decision point, market previously jumped up from demand zone, so now we're in a buy position in a buying direction. So selling here would be kind of risky. It's closing. I'm telling it's risky, but I want to take it. Taking very small 100. See, it's closing exactly on the round number. I couldn't help myself not take it. Also, ABC break. Usually breaking this kind of ABCs can give us retracement, but it would be a nice setup if we were like somewhere in a resistance or somewhere in a bearish movement instead of bullish. The reason why I took it small is because we are in a bullish environment right now. It can give us a retracement. See, these kind of retracements that they are unsure, it usually just small correction in the original direction of the chart. So you'll see. So on the next candles, market will start an uptrend. Let's see. I'm stopping this session right here. I hope you enjoyed, man. If you want this journal, go to the first link in the description, and this will be launched soon. This is very nice, and yeah, this is generally created to learn from our mistakes and fine-tune our strategy and emotion to have better results in our trading sessions. I hope you enjoyed, man. Thank you for watching, and peace out.